and welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you a quilt that I just finished using up most of my scraps. I still have some left, but this is Missouri Star quilt inspired. They did a quilt like this. I can't remember the name of it, but I have made several of these and it's a great way to use up your scraps. I start out by cutting 2.5-inch strips using the measurements I showed you at the beginning of this video. I will start out with the longest length first, which is 10.5 inches. Then I will do the 8.5, 6.5, 4.5, and 2.5. Also, I just wanted to tell you I started a new cooking channel, so if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you join me there. I'm having a lot of fun making all sorts of food, but I didn't want to mix it with my sewing channel. And you want to make several piles of this size strips of the 10.5, 8.5, 6.5, 4.5, and 2.5 inch. You are going to need a lot of 2.5-inch squares. This is the fun part where you design it. You could do all the same color, but I really like the fact that I can mix it up and use my scraps. At the end of the 10.5-inch strip, I will put a 2.5-inch block. Now I'll grab an 8.5-inch strip, and then I will add a 2.5-inch square, and then I will add a 2.5-inch color. This is so fun because you can just mix it up, make it the way you like, add all the colors you like. Now we are ready for the 6.5. If you're enjoying this video, I hope you'll hit the like button and consider subscribing so you don't miss my next video. And next to the 6.5, we're going to put a white square, and then you're going to put a 4.5-inch block to end that strip. Now you could just sew this together, make two of them, and flip it the other one upside down if that makes any sense. It's the same block. I'm sure that's confusing, so I'll continue to explain how this works. Now I'm just going to reverse this block that you see already. I'm going to have 3 more rows, exactly like the 3 you see there, only backwards. This is the perfect block to use up your scraps. This takes me a few minutes to try to figure out which one I want to use because I'm trying not to use the same block twice in the square. And that is all there is to this block. I did 4 blocks across and 5 blocks down to make this quilt. The easiest way I found to do this was bring a little table over by the sewing machine, and I laid it out exactly how I wanted it, having my spare pieces near if I wanted to change it out. And now I'm just going to sew this block together. Chain piecing makes this go really fast. Sometimes I finger press these, and that works pretty good, but this little tool is pretty handy too, and for this project it seemed to work well. Once I get that done, it is time to sew the strips together. There are not very many seams that you have to line up with this block, but there is this one right here, and you just want to make sure you match those up perfectly, and the block will come out just how you want it. Once I get it done, I like to give it a good press with the iron. Make sure it is laying flat. Once the block is complete, I like to take it over here and get it evened up, any long edges, measure it. This block measures 12.5 by 12.5. I thought it would be fun to do something different on the border, so I'm going to cut these at 4.5 by 1.5, and I'm going to use up a bunch of my scraps for the border. Since I was using so many of them, I wanted to show you how I did this. I would sew a piece down, and then once it went through, I would cut it like that and bring it back around, and just kept doing that until it was long enough. Now the fun part. It's always so much fun to watch it come together on the design wall. I really like how this turned out. I can't wait to sew it together. And I did pin it together, and I just wanted to show you that part. I meant to show that I did put a border all the way around this, a 1.5 inch wide border all the way around the whole quilt. And then I added this border. I love how this helped me use up my scraps, and I love the way that border looks. All done and ready to be quilted. To show you what I use for the backing. I have used this before on the back of a quilt, and I love the way it feels. I hope this will help you if you want to try it, because it is super soft. It is just so nice to use something like this for the back. This is my favorite batting. I would love to know if you have a favorite batting. I don't always put a walking foot on. I just use this regular foot to quilt with, and so far I've never had a problem. I really love how this quilt turned out. I hope you'll hit the like button and consider subscribing. And at the end of this video, I will put up 2 of my other videos if you'd like to watch them. Thank you for watching.